Hello, my name is Lou Sierra and I am the Media Specialist at Lifeline Harbour to Hawkesbury, Sydney in Gordon. It is my pleasure to introduce the transitional videos produced by the Veterans Wellbeing Centre Hornsby. We hope you will find these informative and helpful. The following transitional video is an interview with Greg Smith at the 2HHH community radio station.
There, stand by your man. Well, in speaking of that, stand by your man, what does that mean? What is it an effort? Well, I think, look, it's been in publicity, it's been in media, and of course there is a particular court case going on at the moment with a returned serviceman that, you know, stand by your man is really quite an appropriate term. So in the studio with me is George. Now, George, I think that microphone's got to be a little bit closer to you. Oh. Hey, sorry to hit you in the face with that.
That's all right, mate. I can use it.
That's all right.
Like we're on radio.
Well, it's still in the morning and a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
Now, you're based with the local sub-branch here in Hornsby?
Okay, yeah. I'm the president of the Hornsby sub-branch and also president of the Veterans Wellbeing Centre here at Hornsby. So we're all co-located within the Hornsby sub-branch, which is adjacent to the Hornsby RSL club in the War Memorial Hall there, yeah.
Okay, so I think plenty of people are familiar with that. The window dressing is really like a standout feature in the community when people pop over to the west side, not far from the cenotaph there and right next to the RSL club. So the Veterans Wellbeing Centre, this is a new initiative?
Yeah, we started about a year or two ago. We decided at the sub-branch we needed to do more for the local veterans in our community, those that are serving and also those that have just discharged from the military. And we found that there's quite a big need in our local community here. There's several hundred veterans within our community.
That was my question.
Yeah.
Are we talking less than 100 blokes? Or
oh, no, more than that. Men and women. There's several hundred within our area.
Right.
And the latest ABS statistics proves it as well. So there's nearly close to 1,000 within this area. It also picks up a lot of the other smaller sub-branches within the area as well. So we have a thing called the Northern Metropolitan District Council, which we're all part of, which covers many of the sub-branches.
Is there one at Barrow, one at Roseville? Okay, right.
So we decided that we needed to do something more practical. So we've instituted the Veterans Wellbeing Centre, which is an incorporated association, and it's all a not-for-profit. And we're helping veterans. As a matter of fact, we're helping probably 8 or 9 families right now.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Because it is really important. It was a year or two ago, because I mean I'm with a male suicide prevention program called Mentoring Men, and so I'm quite passionate about the well-being of men. But you said men and women are affected by this, and they're in our community. So Veterans Wellbeing Centre, you guys are doing some really grassroots stuff.
Well, we run mental health first aid courses. We've probably ran in the last 2 years 5 or 6, and probably up to nearly 50 or 60 people participated, and that's actually veterans or veterans and their families, current serving veterans, and also those who just left, and even old blokes like me that come along, old Vietnam veterans. So. And those courses run for 2 days, and it's a mental health first aid course,
Because basically, with Vietnam veterans, 0 was done for you guys when you arrived back.
And that's what we don't see happen now. And of course, you've got Iraq and Afghan veterans now who are in need, and some of them have fallen for the cracks. Some of them haven't got any pensions, haven't been able to go to DVA for all different reasons. So that's one of the reasons why we're here to help as well.
So. I can remember interviewing someone, I think from the sub-branch a while ago. The names of the veterans or their locations, that's not supplied to you. It's up to the veteran to reach out to you, or do you have a program now or an ability now to reach out to everyone who lives in our community who's come out of services or who is in service?
Well, the problem is that it's more to do with confidentiality.
Yes.
We can't contact them. The latest census shows that there is veterans in our area, but they won't give us their names and addresses for obvious reasons. However, by using the website and by going to emails and things like that, people can contact us, and that's what we've found has been quite helpful. So since we got the website up and running, we've been contacted regularly now by veterans or families of veterans, even older veterans, saying, you know, please, we need some assistance, can you help out? And of course we have been able to do that. But yes, you're right. Yeah, you just can't ring somebody up and say, "G'day, Greg. I hear you've just got out of service. Do you need a hand?"
Are you finding that they are coming out of the woodwork?
Yes, they are.
Awesome.
Yes. No, definitely. We're right in the process now of helping a young veteran who probably discharged 2-3 months ago, and it's a female veteran, a nice young lady, and she's been going through a relationship breakup. So she contacted us, and we've helped her move and helped her out financially as well. And that's the things that you do. And this is a young person, not a real old person either. Yeah.
So you've got, you are supported by Department of Veteran Affairs.
Yes, yeah. And RSL New South Wales, we work with them. We also have a strong contact with Lifeline at Gordon, Harbour to Hawkesbury. We have a veterans program that we're working with them, and also Legacy Hornsby. So we're picking up all those bodies to help support our veterans. We're not trying to reinvent the wheel. We're just trying to consolidate all the resources that are out there and then offer them to these young vets or the older vets.
With Legacy, have you bumped into Richard Dawes?
Not as yet. I'm working with Steve Hopwood at the moment.
Okay.
He's the local
yes.
chap, yeah, and he's just now, I think, moved into the president of Legacy New South Wales as well.
All right.
Yeah.
Has he been a councillor or been involved in local government in one way, Steve?
He has been. I think his ex-wife was at one stage as well.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
All right.
Very strong support all the way around. Again, it's just veterans taking care of veterans.
And you blokes are passionate too.
Yeah. Well, because people need a hand, like you're saying, that the programs that you're involved in. I'm involved in men's tables as well, mental health courses and that, and you know, it's just helping each other out. We all need support.
Now you've done it. The program that you're in is specifically for veterans, and you're supported by the RSL Club.
Yep.
Now, it looks like bi-monthly, this year you're having like coffee and chat.
Yep.
That's at the RSL. You've had one just on the 13th of July. How did that go?
Good. We normally get 20 to 30 people come along. We have a speaker. We provide a little morning tea. And we cover all types of topics that are interesting, and you don't have to be a veteran to come along. You can just come along and join us. I might talk about security, mental health, all different subjects that affect people.
The 11th of November is Remembrance Day.
It is, and of course we'll have a ceremony up at the War Memorial site opposite the rubber station. Yeah. But really what we're pushing at the moment is these videos that we've been financed by DVA to help veterans transition from the military, male, female, Army, Air Force, Navy. So DVA have allowed us to get together a group of different veterans. We've had some young veterans who have just retired. We've got those that have been to Afghan and Iraq. We've got people who have medically discharging as well. So we put all this information together to provide help videos or assistant videos on our website. So it's funded by DVA, and we're working with DVA to make sure that we can get this information out. So rather than just have someone go on to a website and read through all the things they have to do, we've got people with lived experience who can say, this is what I've done, this is how we do it, and how things are different from when I left in the 90s to what you do now in 2022. Yeah.
So I was going to say that you've had willing applicants in these videos.
I've got people queued up to come and talk, and it's great. As I said, we've got this young lady who's probably been out 2 or 3 months. She was very keen to express what happens now, because I don't understand how things work these days compared to when I was. In my day, you just handed in all your equipment, they cut up your ID card and you left. Nowadays, they have transitioning officers, they have support services available, they have funding available for you. So it's great to see that the government's doing something to help people transition into civilian life. And I'm hoping these videos that we're doing at the Wellbeing Centre will give them that information. Short, sharp videos, with people talking about life experiences.
Because it's been in the past where veterans have said they've felt let down by the system. Do you see a change in that? Is this young lady that you mentioned, does she feel like the tools are there for her to more so it is definitely available, and she does feel supported by government departments and also, I guess your colleagues?
Yeah, no, Greg, you're right. And this is a very young lady. She's only done 4 years in the military, so she'd probably be early 20s. And just listening to her during the interview, it was a real eye-opener to see that things are happening.
She did open up.
Yeah, and that there's services available for the young folk today who are leaving, and the older men and women who have probably done 20 years or 25 years of leaving. Those same support services are now available to them. And you have what they call a transition officer now, someone who walks you through it all, like a Greg Smith who says, hi,
okay,
you know, I see you're going to leave the service soon. This is what you need to do. These are the forms you need to fill in.
Do you like country music?
I love country music.
Let's play a song and we will get back. Actually, we've got the news coming up, so we better go to news, a little bit of sponsorship announcements, and we'll come back after the news with another country song and a little bit more of a chat with our special guest this morning, George Main from the Veterans Wellbeing Centre in Hornsby. Triple H 100.1, 6 minutes after 8 o'clock, Hornsby and Ku-ring-gai's local community radio station. That was Roy Orbison, working for the man. That could be a way to describe a returned serviceman, George.
Definitely. Working for the country, working for the man, working for each other, by definite.
Now, you've come in this morning because the Veterans Wellbeing Centre is a new initiative by the government, supported by the Hornsby RSL sub-branch.
Yep. Well, basically, it's the Hornsby RSL sub-branch that actually got it up and running. But yes, there is a lot of support by the federal government. They're developing 4 or 5 major wellbeing centres throughout Australia. This is our little local wellbeing centre here for Hornsby.
Now, just talking off air in the break, where we sort of spoke about the returned veterans, you know, hopefully embracing the program, hopefully getting involved. You're also looking for members of the community to be involved as well to a degree.
Yes,
why don't you
please.
just say how that works? Because people would say, oh, listening to this interview, it's all a service that's provided for veterans, but how can our community members help if they want to? Because, look, I could understand as myself. I'm concerned about the well-being of our returned veterans. Just explain that.
Well, Greg, you're a prime example. You're here helping us by, and so it's a radio station here at Triple H, by offering us this airtime so we can talk to other people, veterans as well. But don't forget, veterans have families, and family members aren't in the service, they're part of the service, and they mix in the local community. So part of the transition process is being able to assimilate into civilian life with your family and also with local community members. So when we have our coffee and chat meetings, for example, we have it open to everybody, veterans and veterans' families and the local community, and we get people along. And it's good to hear veterans talking to the local community understanding the veterans and vice versa, and it just helps them to assimilate straight into civilian life.
So you could say, I guess, look, I've done training with Lifeline, and I've done the specific training with mentoring men. So I've been taught to listen. And you did mention that Lifeline Harbour to Hawkesbury is in partnership with you guys, or helping out in one way. How?
Okay, well, about a year ago, I went down to speak to Lifeline to find out what they actually do, because I just thought it was just a normal 24-hour, 7-day-a-week crisis telephone line. But they do a lot more than that. So I sat down and spoke to the CEO down there, and we decided we'd get a veterans-specific program up and running to help veterans within the area, with psychological services as well, and also financial advice and food hampers, all that kind of stuff that veterans might need once they get out. So we've had a program running now for the last 9 months, and we're developing more services specific for veterans and their families. And when I dug a bit deeper, I found out there's at least 4 or 5 current serving veterans who are using the Lifeline facility and help services.
Okay.
And it's a bit unusual because current serving veterans don't normally go outside the military sphere to get medical or psychological help. And these people have moved out to get independent advice on some of the issues that they might be having.
And Lifeline, are they also facilitating some of the mental health first aid training?
Yes. And they've got trained psychologists, and
Yes.
the psychologists are also linked in with Open Arms, and it works well. It works really well. As I said, there's about 4 or 5 at the moment that are current serving that are seeking some support and assistance from Lifeline.
All right. Now, give us the details. Is there a number to ring? What are the best tools that you guys have that can provide further education to this?
Our website address is Veterans Wellbeing Centre Hornsby.org, and our email address is support@veteranswellbeingcentre.org, and the closest contact number would be mine at the moment, 0427 937 717.
I saw the numbers available on the website.
Yes, yeah.
All right. Hey, good luck. You're doing an awesome job.
Well, Greg, I thank you and also the radio station here for all your support and ongoing support that we receive in the community. That's what it's all about, veterans helping each other and the community helping each other. So thank you.
100%. That's George May from the... Now, you're with the sub-branch as well?
I'm the president of the sub-branch and also president of the Veterans Wellbeing Centre at Hornsby.
There you go. And find out more. The dates for their coffee and chat are on there. And remember, if you are a community member, your services, your voluntary services can be of assistance to our returned veterans. This is Triple H 100.1, Hornsby and Ku-ring-gai's local community radio station, and the time is 12 minutes after 8 o'clock. Done.
Well done, pal.
All right.
Thank you. Well done, mate. That's excellent.
Yeah.